Hello and welcome all. Let's get started to a video on Query Builder. In this video, we will understand what Query Builder is, a small introduction on it, and the usage. What exactly is Query Builder? Query Builder is a tool for positional analysis and finding investment picks. The tool can be used to give you targets, stop loss, exits, and various other parameters. For example, reversal, pullbacks. It can be a fresh breakout, it can be a box PO, it can be a CCI momentum, it can be strength candles, and it combines daily, weekly, and monthly charts. So it's a combination of all three time frames which are available to you. All the parameters are available, and we use this as a complete package in order to identify stocks for positional analysis. It is implemented on NimblrTA concept and it is tightly bound to the concept. So in case you are trying to use the tool, you must be aware of NimblrTA concept and you can go through the quick start material and other video guides and wiki page and author's blog in order to understand the concept in detail. So what exactly is the outcome of this query builder? It would give you a score. It would give some targets, some exits, and a stop loss. Exits are based on weekly momentum loss. So we'll cover that in the subsequent chapters. So just a overall idea of what are the features which are incorporated in this tool. So as soon as you log in, you have a live dashboard. You can create some default filters. There's a portfolio tracker which will help you give annualized return. Email alerts for the filters. You can subscribe to emails and all the filters which you have created for them, you would be getting email alerts. You can get alerts based on watch list. So if there's a stock you are looking forward to at a particular price, if it goes below that price or if it goes above that price, then a watch list can be created and then you can start the actual activity of investment or doing your analysis. Export of the data. This is through easy view, accessible on mobile since it's a web-based tool and it can be accessed through a mobile or iPad or iPhone or any of the IoT devices which you may have. And since it's accessible on mobile, you can access it anywhere while you travel. So how does it work? So this is a basic part. What do you do and what is the site? How does it work? So simple user registration and activation is required. Once you fill in a small form with the username, required password, you will get a email confirmation. Once you give a confirmation, the activation link will be available. Once you click on the activation link, your login will be active. So with your login details, you would enter Query Builder. You will put those credentials, and in the membership section, you will see some plans which are available. There's a free 3 days trial which is available for anyone and everyone to use just to explore and understand what Query Builder is and how does it work to just give you a rough idea before you take or purchase a plan of your choice. So the next part is then you can start using the functionality. So we'll go in the actual demo part of it. So I'll just cover this slide slightly and then later on we'll come back to this slide. So this is how the dashboard would look like. So now let's go to a demo. This slide would be available and you can check anytime later. So let's go back to the actual demo. So these are some snapshots what I have. So we'll just skip this for now. This is a mobile view. This is what it looks like. So these are the available variables on daily, weekly, and monthly. So you have CCI 8, CCI 34, EMA 5, 21, 55, momentum, alignment, retracement, reversal, strength factor. You have the EMA factor. Similarly, you have for weekly and you have for monthly. So just to remind you again, this is a positional analysis tool and it requires at least minimum of 3 years of data, that is 36 months of data, just to find one plot of monthly. But in case you're doing analysis, that data is not sufficient because you have just one plot of CCI value. So you need at least 8 to 10 years of data. The more the data is there, the more accurate the results are. So you'll need long uh, long duration stocks which are already existing. So if there's a stock which has been introduced in last 3 years or 2 years, then probably it will never have that data. So analysis will not be correct since the data is insufficient. And apart from this, there are more variables which have been introduced. So this is cross above CCI 34D. That means there's a crossover of CCI 34 on the daily time frame. That means on the daily time frame, the CCI 34 value has crossed above 100. Similarly, on daily time frame, the CCI 34 value has crossed below minus 100. Again, similar for weekly and monthly. You have box breakouts, you have F&O stocks which are available. So a section is available, a filter is available. You just apply that and all the F&O stocks will be available to you. And you can easily do sector analysis with the query builder. You have these sectors which are incorporate. In case you want to create more, so you can customize your filters and create as many number of filters you want. So we'll start with the demo part of it. So this is the link to the guide. This is the quick start guide. You can start from this in case you are interested to understand the concept in more details. So we have the wiki page, we have the blog, we have video guidances, video courses are available, and lot of materials available on Twitter as well. So everything has been collated together in this quick start guide in a sequential manner, so you can start working on it. So now let's go to the actual tool. So this is the site. So you just write kkonline.org/querybuilder. So this is basically your site, and on on the top you have a home button, contact. In case you have some queries, you can just click on it and write an email to me. Membership packages are available, login and register. So in case you are over here for the first time, so this is a small introduction on the tools which are already available for NimblrTA. The whole idea of creating this query builder was to integrate all the tools existing as of today. So there are a lot of tools which are there for positional analysis. We have the NimblrTA score system. We have the end of the day screener. We have RRG graphs, and we have the video guidance as well. So apart from this, there are a lot of other tools which are available for doing your analysis for trading view as well as on charting. So all those have been integrated over here in the query builder. So rather than having all those tools and being segregated in different areas, it has been collated together and a tool has been created to give your final analysis. So query builder is built on NimblrTA concept for identifying stocks as the market moves. It gives you score, RRG view, target, stop loss, exit much before the SL. So you have the exit at the momentum loss and other relevant information based on the concept. Query bundle is intended for positional and long-term investment picks. So this is the same slide which we have seen. So you can just click on it and read the details. This is how it would look like. So just understanding what exactly Query Builder does. So these are some sample filters which are created already, right? So this is CCI momentum, right? So CCI 34 crosses above 100. EMA 5 on the daily basis is greater than EMA 21 on the daily basis. If this condition is true, all those stocks will be available. If I click over here, so all those stocks where reversal has taken place on the daily time frame, it will be sorted over here. So as I click over here, you see the output changes. So now we have around 23 stocks over here which satisfy the condition momentum for CCI, right? So on this, you have the name of the stocks, you have the date on which the analysis is being provided, the score of the system, and the CMP, target, stop loss, and the exit, right? So this basically gives you an indication of what is about to happen and what may happen in the future as well, right? So since this is a tool for positional analysis, you are more interested to get right entries into those stocks. So you have this basic information. There's a small filter available just for ease. So if I want to search abort, so I just write ABB, so it will search abort. If I write AB, so you have Prabhat, which has AB, you have lab, which has AB, and AB in abort. So everything will get sorted. If I want to remove this, I just remove it. If I want to check all 25 out of 57 stocks are there. So if I want to check those, so I just put 100 and all those 100 stocks will be available. So there's a color coding which is there in the score system. So just a basic view of what score does. Score basically gives you a quadrant view based on RRG, and it tells you in which quadrant the stock lies. So in RRG there are four different quadrants, and when we are analyzing the stock in daily, weekly, and monthly, we are giving assessment to the score. We are adding those values and we get a final output, that is the scores. And based on what the score is, we allocate a color to it, right? So this is the whole idea of giving you a score. Now, this is the quadrant system. So let me open it so that it's visible. Open in a new tab. Yeah. So this is the old image, right? So what it means is there are four quadrants: green, yellow, blue, and red. So we have the score which is 25 and above, right? So all those stocks who have 25 and above, this is the score 35, 31, 30, 27, they are in the green quadrant. Over here, you have quadrant 2, which is the yellow one. Over here, the score having 0 to 24. This is the score. The stocks which have this score are lying in this particular quadrant. And it means stocks may be ready for a cat bounce or they are regaining momentum, right? So as of now, they are regaining momentum. Over here in green one, you see the stocks which are already in bull price flow, right? So they have already a momentum, right? So it may be that it is in the middle of momentum, so it might not be very advisable to enter them since they are already in momentum. So something which is in yellow, it would be a better choice. From my experience, score greater than 15 and in below 25, those are the stocks which usually give a cat bounce. So this is just an observation, but yeah, you can always keep that in mind. Similarly, we have the score system for the fourth quadrant, which is -1 to -24. So any stock which has this score, it will lie in this particular quadrant, and anything which might have score below -24, so that will lie in the red quadrant, which is quadrant 3 over here. So movement just is circular kind of. So any stock which enters the green quadrant for the first time is given a crown. So this infi has a crown. That means its score has reached 25 with respect to the previous day. So previous day score was less than 25. It may be here, it may be in the blue quadrant or in the red quadrant, but now it has moved to the green quadrant as compared to the previous day. So previous day its score was, for example, 15, and now its score is 31. So that is why there's a crown which is available. So next day, next subsequent day, if the score increases to 32, the crown will not be there because prior day was 31 and next day is 32. So that is how it compares the previous day. So this is basically identification of what score system does, and the color codes are mapped on the query builder, right? So these are the same color codes, and you have the arrow as soon as you are comparing your data with respect to the previous day. For example, you have arrow upper arrow over here, right? Up arrow. That means Aegis Chem on 28th has a score of 15, right? And as compared to the previous day, that is previous trading day, that was 27th of November, the score was less than 15. So it might be 14, it might be 13, or it might be -20. So now, as of today, it is 15. So if I compare the previous score to current score, so the score has increased. So that is why it is in upper arrow. And you have the down arrow, up arrow, you have the crown as well. Cupid has the crown, DLF has the crown, right? And there might be a horizontal arrow as well when there's no change in score. So Nifty 200, no change in score, so it has the same arrow. Nifty 100, it has same horizontal arrow over here. So this is what is identified. So this is what you can see on a sample filter, which is available on the home page. And for this, you need to register to access and create queries and get full utilization to all the features, you just register. Registration is a simple form, username, password, email ID, name, phone number, and captcha protection, right? So once you register, you activate your account and then you log in. So let me go to the login part. So So I'm logging with the user which I have created already. So as soon as I log in, I see there's a dashboard which is available to me, right? And on the top side, we have an account section. So if I click on account, it will tell me what is the what are the plans available. These are the membership plans. So in case you have logged in for the first time, you are a first time user, these plans are available. You have a trial plan which is free of charge and it is available for 3 days. You get full functionality except for email alerts on filters because that creates a spam for free users. So just to prevent that. So apart from that, all the functionality is available to you for free 3 days for you to try. So you just click on activate membership. Just click over here and it will say you have successfully activated free trial, right? This is what it will say once you have logged in, right? In case you are interested in the plan, so you have different plans based on monthly, 3 monthly, and 6 monthly plan, right? Membership, manage membership. So it will give you what plan is active as of now. So this is a plan which is created by me. So this is active and it is valid until 16th of April. You can manage your own profile over here. You see some more details, what all filters, what are color codes, details like that. So let's go back to the dashboard, which is the main starting point for Query Builder once you log in. So over here, there are multiple sections. So we will go one by one. It has loaded already. So these are, there's a section, a list of available filters. Select filter, right? So there's a filter natural gas, right? So what it means, I'll come back to it. But before that, what I want to show you is there are some default filters which are available once you activate your plan or you purchase a membership, right? So now this is the plan. This is the actual filter what is available. You have CCI weekly underscore D underscore strength. This is a alias name. You can give any name to the filter. It's up to you. What exactly this filter does, it uses cross above CCI 34 on the weekly basis, right? This condition is true. Greater than 0 means it is 1, 2, 3, any positive value. So that means this variable is true, right? It's something like an Excel sheet. You have a variable and you write this value is greater than 0. So all those stocks will be available. So these are the stocks which are available. Balkrishna Industries, SBIN and Tanla. These three stocks are available which satisfy these two conditions. What are these conditions? Strength on the daily, excuse me, and momentum on the weekly, right? So let's see how it actually looks on our charts. So let's go Balkrish industry. So let me just click this one, right? So I have the stock name over here, right? So what are the two things I have for this particular filter? First thing was that it's a strength candle on the daily. So this is a strength candle. You can see the star marked over here as well. So that's another indication. So you have the strength candle on the daily. That is true. And on the weekly basis, CCI 34 has crossed above 100, right? So this is a daily chart and on the weekly basis. The stock has crossed 100. That means right now the CCI value is 147.78. Prior to this, the value was 44.87. So on the weekly basis, this is a weekly chart, right? 1 week weekly chart, and this is the CCI value, CCI 34 value. So as I'm hovering over the screen, so the value will change. So current value is 147.78. So this is what it means. So these are the two conditions which are satisfied by the stock Balkrishna industry, and this was identified by Query Builder with these two conditions, right? So now what would happen? So this is how we create conditions. After this, if you want to create a copy of it, that is, you just copy it, right? You can export the data. So let's see how you export it. So something very basic. So this is the data which is available to you. Whatever is visible, it is available to you. If you want to create a PDF, if you want to create a Excel, if you want to create a CSV, you can do that. If I want to subscribe to the filter. So this is the filter and it will be sent to me on email each day. Every day when the query builder will update, it will send you the email. So if I click over here, so you may have your membership may have expired, right? Or it's a trial. So since I am a trial user, I cannot use this particular feature, right? But in case you are a actual genuine user, in that case, you would be able to click over here and this part would become blue in color. So that means you will have a notification that email alerts are now enabled and you will be getting email alerts for this particular filter. When I mean this filter, it means only this part what you have are seeing over here would be available to you. That means this is the filter which will be executing every day. This is your filter condition. Every day the stock data will change. That means you will have different stocks which will come under this category, right? Today we have Balakrishna Industry, SBI, and Tanla. Tomorrow they might be five stocks, or the day after tomorrow they might be 17 stocks. So the list can be a dynamic list, but your query will always remain this, right? So this is the filter you are subscribing, and anything which comes under this filter will be emailed to you, right? Now, what I'll do is I want to arrange my dashboard. This is what next part is all about. So I have your filter. Your filter means what are the filters which are available to the users, which the user has created, right? So this is a filter which the user has created. I am a user, right? And I have created this filter. If I want to remove this, I can remove it. If I want to update it, I can update as well, right? This is the list of default filters. So these are the default filters which are available to any user, right? In case you are in a trial plan, so first 3 days, most of the filters will be available to you. After your trial has expired and you are no longer a valid user with active membership, in that case, the number of filters which will be visible to you will be reduced, right? You will have just the basic filters, right? Uh, this is basically giving you details of filter, and the idea is that whenever I create more filters, it will be pushed to your section over here. So when you check default filters, you may have more filters available to you when new filters are created or they are introduced. So it's a push mechanism which is automatic. Default filters can only be viewed. You cannot change them or edit it. However, if you want to create or update it, so what you can do is you can use these condition and create a filter, and on top of it you can add more conditions, right? Let's try to check the dashboard once again, right? So this is my dashboard. Now we have another sample filter, right? So if you remember, I had a filter created, sample filter over here, right? And in this one, the score was 19 and 24. Between 19 and 24, whatever is the score, only those stocks will be available to me, right? So now what I'm doing over here, all the stocks where the data is between 20 and between 19 and 24, that is greater than 19 and equal to 24, those will be available to me. So greater than 19 or equal to or less than 24. So again, all these stocks are available to me, right? So it is basically filtering based on your score, right? Over here, you have the closing price, you have the targets, you have the stop loss and the exit. Just to remind you again, this is a positional tool, and the time frame can differ from daily, weekly, and monthly. You can create different kind of filters mixing all three time frames, so that makes it very much flexible, that if you are looking for long-term investment picks, so that you might go for monthly filters. If you are looking for a short-term, 2 days, 5 days, or maybe a week or so, so you can go for daily filters. And if you want to go for a medium-term range, so you can go for weekly, or you can mix weekly with monthly, or mix daily with weekly, and vice versa, right? So the combination depends up to you what you want to create, right? So this is another filter which is available, right? And this is a filter based on the name of the stocks, right? So if I want to track particular stocks, so that I can do with filters, and also do it with the watch list. Monthly fresh momentum. So this is where the momentum has crossed above 100. That is CCI 34 on monthly basis is crossed above 100, and the strength candle on monthly time frame, right? So this is, for example, Dr. Reddy. So let's check this stock again. So Dr. Reddy. Now we will go to monthly time frame because this filter basis was monthly, right? So I am on monthly time frame. So what you see over here, it is a strength candle, and your CCI 3430 is crossed above 100. So that means previously it was uh previously 87.9, and now it is 148.7, right? So I had two conditions, all two are met over here, right? In this. Then you see SL pack, it has a crown. That means it has reached in the green quadrant for the first time as compared to the previous day, right? So SL pack. Again, it's a strength candle, and your CCI 34 has crossed above 100. So you have minus 55 in the previous month, and in this month it is 154. So that is what the query builder tells you, right? So looking at this information, you don't even need the complete chart. Almost 70-80% of your analysis or the filtering part is already done with your query builder. All you need to do is to check the chart once and understand based on NimblrTA what exactly and what should be the best entry price, right? So this is another filter. This is the filter details. This is the name of the filter. This can be any name, right? And now box BO with strength, alignment, momentum. So this is another complicated filter. Box BO is greater than 0. You have strength on the daily. You have alignment on daily, and you have crossover on daily. This is given by and condition over here, right? So all the condition must be true. This, this, all four conditions must be true. Only then you will get a result. So what are the stocks which give this information? So JSW Steel, for example, right? So it gives you stock JSW Steel. So all the information is valid over here, whatever we talked about. So it is a box PO. It has crossed this particular box, right? And what was the next condition? Daily alignment and your strength candle. So you have daily alignment over here. You have the strength candle, right? Alignment is already true, right? This information is already valid, and you have crossover on the daily side. So your daily in previous candle it was less than 100, that was it was 81, and now it is 127. So this is a condition which is true. So all this condition is true, and it is satisfied by these three stocks. Similarly, I have created a stock daily reversal, strength, weekly momentum. So reversal on the daily is true, strength on the daily is true, and the momentum on weekly is true. So these are some of the stocks like that. Excuse me, have a bad throat. Okay, so weekly exit, this will be updated on the weekends, that is on Friday, right? So this basically tells you how the stock is losing momentum and you should be exiting. So this is based on weekly time frame. So daily momentum. So this is how you can create condition. A lot of conditions are available by default. So what I'll do, this is another example of sector media, where media sector is one. So all the stocks in media sector will be available. So what I'll do, I'll just change my view. If I'm checking my dashboard, I have around 8 to 10 or even more filters over here, and it becomes very complicated for me, right? So I don't want to see those filters, but I want them to be available. So I'll just delete it. So I just delete this filter. So only the view is deleted. The filter still remains, only the view gets deleted, right? So next time when I log in, I will not see zinc stocks. Why? Because I am clicking delete over here. So this is deleted. This is again deleted. Freshly momentum, right? So the dashboard becomes much simpler and much smaller. rather than having 20 conditions or 20 filters. I just want 5 filters or 2 filters. That is okay, right? So next time when I log in, I will have those information. So if I want to add them back, all the filters, so these filters are available over here. So it's basically toggling between this list and this page on the whole. So anything which is deleted on this page, right, it will be available to you on the list here. So if I see box PO with strength, alignment, and momentum, if I click this again, that particular filter will be available to me. So this filter is available to me on the screen, right? So I can adjust how many filters I want, what filters I want. So all the information can be easily be changed. So these are your filters. These are the default filters. And now let's go to the main dashboard. So let's create a filter. Okay, so let's start with the simplest one over here. So this is a screen, right? Over here you have create filter option. You have some headers. These are the headers that will give you the result, right? So these are number of columns which will be available to you when you run this query, right? On the dashboard for easy view, we have the basic filters only, right? So we have your CMP, you have score, you have target, you have exit, you have information on the date and the stock name. So these are the information which are generic information which is available. But now what about you getting more information for each and every parameters? There are around more than 50 parameters which are available. So all those parameters, if you want to get the information, what is the CCI value, what is the EMA value, what is the strength factor. So all those information you may get, and in case you want to check how the stock behaves with different values and comparing and getting into more details, you can do that. So the symbol, date, score, CMP, target, SL, exit, uptrend, downtrend, CCI daily, monthly, weekly, alignment, all this information is available to you, right? So now what we will do is we will create a filter. Right now, filter output is null over here. Nothing is visible. That means there's no filter which is created as of now, right? So what I need to do as I click on create filter, this is the screen it would open. This is a sample demo filter, right? So what I'll do over here is I will create a filter based on stock name, right? So I don't want these conditions. I just remove it. I just remove it. That's all, right? And I apply the filter, right? I just wait for a few seconds and this filter will give me the information of all the stocks where the symbol is equal to Tata Steel, right? And we have the OR condition, right? So if you check over here, this is the OR condition, or the symbol has Zenith Expo, right? So it has all the information out of which this is the condition I want to create. So if you check over here, you have Tata Steel, you have Zenith Expo. These are the two conditions I have put, right? Why we are getting so many details over here? Because we have put all the headers. This is a box PO, right? This is the information on reversal, monthly, daily. So you have the score system which is available to you based on these values. So all the values are available. What is the CCI 8 value? It is minus 24. CCI 34 value on monthly, it is 99 minus 99.94. You have EMA 5 on the monthly, which is 412. EMA 21 on monthly, 475, right? So all this information is available to you. What is the values for CCI and EMA and other details. And in case you are not interested for so many details, what you want is only the stock name, score, and CMP. That's all, right? So you can just remove all the headers over here. And now when you do that, let me do it on box PO, right? So I just remove it. I just apply this once more. So what will happen? Whatever headers you have created over here, those headers will be available to you in your filter results, right? So you will have only those number of columns, right? So if you check, box BO over here is not available. It was visible previously, but now I have deleted it. So now what I can do is I can take a copy of it, right? So I just created a copy. So let me just paste it. So I just get a copy of it. I can get a CSV of it. I can get a Excel, right? And how many stocks are there? Two stocks, right? And if I want to do a pagination or if I want to search Tata Steel over here, so I just write Tata and something which has name Tata in it, it will be available to me, right? So this is a basic filter what I've created based on symbol, right? So what all parameters are available? Let's start to do it once again. So these are all the parameters which are available. You have symbol, date, score, CMP, target, SL, exit, uptrend, downtrend, number of weeks for uptrend and downtrend. That means CCI 8, daily, weekly, monthly, alignment, momentum. All this information is available to you. These are FNO stocks. So now if I want FNO stocks to be analyzed, I just put FNO. This is a basic filter which is available, and I put greater than 0. So I put greater than 0. We have different values and they are fno equal to 1, right? So that is the condition which we have put. So internally it checks those conditions and starts, right? If I want to add a condition over here, so fno, for example, we have fno, right? So this is the FNO condition. I want to remove all the other conditions, right? If I want to remove all the condition, I just want FNO condition over here. So I just click over here. I just remove these conditions, right? So let me just keep few of them. FNO condition over here. So I have creating a custom view of my filter, right? So I just want exit and the FNO. So I just give the name of this filter which I am creating as FNO check, for example, right? I do a apply filter or I should do a save filter, right? So this filter will be saved, right? It will be created. The outcome will be available. What is the outcome? FNO greater than 0. This is the outcome and it will be available to me, right? So now when I check over here, we have FNO check. This is the filter which is available to me. So this is FNO check and this is the same condition what I had created, FNO greater than 0, and all these stocks are there. How many stocks are there? We have 151 entries. So only 10 are visible, only 25 are visible. And in case you want to add more, you put 100. So all the 100 will be visible to you, right? So this is what the create filter does. Let me create one more query, a one which mixes daily, weekly, and monthly time frame or something like that. So just to make you understand a bit more on this, and then we'll move to the next section and then check the charts as well for the existing ones, right? So now what we want to create is I want a condition that it is a reversal on daily, right? So I put the condition greater. So over here you have fields as well as scalar. What does field means? If I'm creating a condition, score greater than 50, right? So this is a condition I am doing based on the value. This is the variable which I want to do something. This is the operator, and this is what exactly I want to create the condition for, right? So now I can have two ways of doing it, by value or by field. That means I can have CMP which is greater than 100. This is possible. Or with what I want to check is that EMA 5 is greater than EMA 21. So I don't want that EMA 5 should be greater than 100 or EMA 5 should be greater than 32.5. But I want to compare the EMA values as a field, that EMA 5 of a particular stock, whatever that value is, and EMA 21 of that particular stock, whatever that value is, those are being compared. So that is basically what is meant by field. So it is equal to, it is greater than, it is less than. So let me create this filter because it may be more beneficial for you to understand it. So EMA 5 value is greater than, right? Now over here I'm trying to compare a field EMA 5 with another field with EMA 21, right? So if this condition is true, then I will get the result, right? So this is my filter. I want to create another filter, right? This is my first rule. Now I can connect these two filter with and or, right? So let me create it with EMA 21 is greater than, right? EMA 55, right? So this is what it means. So when I apply the filter, just see the outcome over here. So you will understand what exactly this and or operation says, right? When you say or operation, or is basically either this or that. Anything can be true, right? And when you say and this and the other condition, both the condition must be true, right? So I am checking that EMA 5 is greater than EMA 21. This is the condition. Or EMA 21 is greater than EMA 55. This is the condition. So I get these many output, right? So we have this condition is greater than this condition, true, 22432 and 22241, right? So this value is bigger, so this is a condition. This condition is true, right? Or what is true? This condition is greater than this condition. So either this can be greater than this or this can be greater than this. So anything can be true. Now if I put a and condition, what I need to do is, this is or, I'm clicking or. Now I put a and condition and then I apply filter, right? So we will have or mapping between this right now, and now we will have and mapping between this. So that means this condition should be true and this condition also should be true. Both the condition must be true, right? So that means now I get less stocks, right? Because I put a and condition, it is more strict condition. So rather than having more than 500 stocks, I am getting now only 315 stocks which satisfy this criteria. Now if I want to sort with score, so let me check, okay, what is the highest score? So about India, for example, right? It has a score of 50. This is the green quadrant, which we talked about earlier, the RRG part. That means it's in bull momentum as of now. We have the CMP, we have the target. So 12,743, this is the closing price on this day, that is today. And what is the target it is expected to reach? The target is 15262. And what is the SL that you may want to keep, because this is a positional entry. So this is the SL. And now what is the exit? Exit is 0. That means it is a no exit condition. So momentum is there, so you don't need to worry and you continue riding the stock, right? On Friday, if you check this particular filter again, or this particular stock, so then in that case, if you get exit equal to 1, that means the weekly CCI 34 is crossing below 100, right? We talked about crossing above 100 and below 100. So that is what it indicates with SL. Sorry, the exit, right? So let me create that condition. So hope this part is clear, that we have EMA 5 and condition over here. Now over here, rather than doing it with a scalar, I want to compare the actual value. So I want that EMA 30, EMA 5 on the daily should be greater than 600, right? And EMA 21 on the daily should be greater than EMA 55, right? So this is the condition which I want to create. So I just apply it again. So I have put some more conditions over here, right? I have modified the earlier condition. So I put that EMA 5 must be greater than 600. So all the stocks where this is valid or true will be available to me. So if I check EMA 5 over here, in all the stocks, it is greater than 600. So it starts with 602 over here, because that is my condition. What is the condition? This and this, both the conditions should be true. Now, let me just create one more filter and then we'll go to the charts. So this is how you it may look, and you can just scroll on this side. You can add more condition if you want. If you want to delete it, you can delete those conditions. So it's up to you how you want to have your data available, right? So now if you want to save it, you just give a name over here and then you save that particular filter. That's all. So over here, if I check, I create a rule that your strength on the daily, that means I'm looking for a strength candle on the daily is greater than 0, right? And this is not a or condition. I am creating a and condition now. It is highlighted in dark blue. So over here, I want, and the score must be greater than, we talked about score greater than 15, right? So let me just put 15 over here. It's a strength candle. Sorry, 15, right? And again, and condition over here. You can have multiple and an or condition being mapped as well. What I mean is you are creating strength candle and score, right? This is one part, or CMP and something. So you can have nested or and conditions. So that means if I'm creating a rule over here, that means this is the first level, and that means score greater than 15 and strength greater than 0. That is for first condition. And now the second level condition is on the or basis or this. So I can have nested condition. You can create as many number of rules as you want over here, right? You can mix and match different rules. You can make complicated queries. You can make simple queries as well, right? So I'm making a query over here where I'm using different values. So over here, I want to check that the uptrend on the weekly basis is greater than 3, right? So this is another condition greater than 3. So let me just execute it, apply filter. So I will have all these conditions, all three conditions. If they are with mapped with the and, all three are true, I will have the outcome. So this is basically how it will work. So I have all the stocks over here. Let me go to this side. Yeah, so I have 18 stocks. So for 18 stocks, the score is greater than 15 over here, and the condition is it is strength on the daily basis. So let's see, for example, MRF over here, right? How it basically gives you that information. So MRF, right? So it's loading. Let it load. So in the meanwhile, okay, yeah. So this is a strength candle on the daily basis. I'm the daily time frame, and this is a strength candle. So this is first condition, and the second condition was that weekly uptrend is greater than 3. So it has continuously uptrend for 3 weeks of momentum. This basically is some condition which I'm trying to develop, and it basically tells you on the weekly basis how much the score has already increased by. That is when it crossed 10 as a score or 15 as a score. After that, how many uptrends on the weekly basis it has done. So if you check the weekly chart over here, so it will give you that, okay, it has multiple weeks of continuous momentum. So that is what it indicates. So if you want to use this condition, you can do that. And also the third filter that we have score over here. Now, this is how you can create this filter. And if I want to check a condition strength uptrend like this, I just create a name, alias name over here. I just create a save filter, and this filter now will be available to me with this name on my dashboard. So next time I don't have to create this filter again. I created a very complex filter. I'm not I won't be doing it every login, right? So that filter should be available to me. So now if you check over here, strength uptrend, it is available to me, right? So this is the output, same output which is given to me. So about India, this is the date, this is the score. It is rising as compared to the previous day's score. So score is increasing, score is same, score is increasing, increasing, reducing, increasing. This is how it is. And the crown basically tells you that the stock has entered the quadrant one, that is your bull momentum quadrant for the first time, right? You have the target, you have the close price, the stop loss, and exit, right? So this is basically how it works. So you can always apply filter over here. If I don't like this, I just remove this. And now this is a sample condition what I have created, right? Now, for example, I don't want to have this, or maybe I want to edit it. So I just create it. I have the filters which are available to me, and then I can edit it as well, right? So now what I'll do is I'll go to the next section, which is portfolio tracker. So portfolio tracker is nothing. Basically, it tells you if you have been investing in some stocks. So it's always good to analyze them with some numeral values, right? So as a part of NimblrTA, it's suggested that we use ARR or we use IRR. So this is basically annualized rate of return, right? So that is what we would be using it. So this basically tells you if I am entering a particular stock. For example, I entered a stock, Amara Raja battery.
Okay, yeah, this I probably already added in the morning. So let me add Bata. Okay, Bata India. I entered this stock at a price 745, right? And I entered 10 as a quantity. And when did I enter it? So let me go maybe 1 year back. Or yeah, just let me take this condition 1 year back, right? So this is the time I entered it. I just put save over here. So now Bata India will be available over here, right? So this is Bata India. I've put a filter over here so that we focus only on this one because I've added it. So what it tells that on this particular date I entered, right? This is entered by me already. This is a score for today, right? It is an increasing score. It is a crown. It has a crown. That means it has entered the bull or basically the quadrant one, what we saw in the RRG. So that part it has entered the green quadrant. We have the target, we have the stop loss, everything is now available, right? So another thing why we have this portfolio tracker, because now you have the gain. So your gain is 119%. I entered in uh, s- uh, 745. Right now it is 1634. So I am in gain 119%. But what is the annualized rate of return? That is what I am trying to analyze it. The more longer I will stay in the stock, I am trying to analyze it based on annual. So annually, if I'm compounding this value, so this value, whatever I'm getting from the date of investment. So until today, in 1 year or whatever that value is, more than 1 year, in 1 year, right now, I am getting annual rate of return of 15,000. This basically means that whatever is the gain or loss, whatever I am making, that with respect to 365 days into number of days I am in that particular investment, right? So this basically tells you the time value of money, right? So as the time will increase, the value will keep on reducing, right? So it tells you that value that is 15,000. So if you have the value greater than 6,000, so that's wonderful. If it is getting below 3,000, then probably you can try to have some stop loss or try to exit it, or you have more strategies around it, how you want to plan it, right? So this is basically what you get as an information over here. Now let me add another stock, or maybe let me delete a stock, right? Adding was one. So Amara Raja, for example, so I had entered it at 680, for example, right? All this is just for example. So Amara Raja over here, so I am getting 10% gain in it, and which is equal to an annual rate of return of 150%, right? So that is what my gain is. Similarly, if I want a watch list, so I can create a watch list of stocks which I want to track. So let me go to the stocks, for example, Alchem. So over here I can write the values for which I want to track. That is the stock has a value 2025, right? So I want to edit it. And if I want 2050, if it goes, sorry, if it goes below 2010, or if it goes above 2050, I can create a alert, right? So I just create a alert when it will go below 2010, right? So this is what it indicates. What will happen is if you have created this watch list with a particular stock and the level goes below your expected level, that is Alchem will go below 2010, right? In that case, you will get an email alert that you have a watch list which was triggered because it has hit the condition what you wanted. Now, the last section of this discussion, let's go through some of the stocks which were there. So this is just an example. So this is a stock over here. Yeah. So this is a older post what I had sent. This was on 20th of November, right? So this is how your email alerts will look like. This is taken on a mobile, so I access it on my mobile usually. So this is the information or the box PO, the filter which will be sent to you over email every day if you have applied to it, right? So you just click on the email button and that information will be available to you. So you just go on your dashboard, you just click this button. As of now, I'm in a free trial period, so I cannot use it, right? So, but in case you have a valid plan, so then when you click it, it will become blue in color, it will activate and it will say a message over here that your email subscription is now active or enabled. So this is how it will look like when you get an email. So you will have the email and also you will have the Excel sheet as a attachment of this email, right? So this is for example, I have a stock over here, Sun Pharma. I have ITDC. So these are the information I had for 20th of November, right? So that is the information. So Bharti Airtel, this is the stock which I had created, right? So this is a filter monthly fresh momentum where monthly it crosses greater than zero and the strength candle on the monthly basis. Now these are the stocks, right? So over here, JB Chem Pharma. So over here, that time it was having a score of 20, right? The value was 388, right? So let's see what happened when the query builder told us that 388 is the value and the target is 466. So if I put JB Chem Farm, right? JB Chem Farm, yeah. So what was the value? It was 20th of November. Yeah. So if I put on the daily, so 20th of November. So this was the point I got some information and after then I got this value, right? So this is basically what it basically indicates that it is moving towards the target, right? Again, if we check more information, we have CMEC, we have Tanla, for example. So Tanla was given on 20th, right? Every day you will have the score, you have the target, you have the stop loss, right? So the target and the stop loss are dynamic. What it means is every day, whenever the stock will update, you will get new targets and new stop loss. So it's kind of a trailing target and a trailing stop loss, right? So what it means, whenever you have this value, next time the value is 64, so you will not have the target 74, but probably 78 or 79 or whatever that value is, that will be the next target. So in case you want to track the exit, then check when it gives you an exit over here, right? So let's go to Tanla on 20th of November. So 20th November, it was around 9 days back. So 20th of November, I got a alert over here. Yeah, this was the point when I got the alert, 20th of November over here, right? So after that, after the alert, it went up, 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 up over here, right? Why it went up? Because this was a momentum on the higher time frame. So that is what matters the most. So if you have momentum on the higher time frame, which is greater than 100, so things get changed on the lower time frame as well. So that is what it does. So, more information can be seen on uh, the Twitter page. So, what I'll do is I'll just try to show you the exit, right? So, because today is a Thursday, yeah. So, exit will be available on the weekends, that is on Fridays, end of the day. And all this data is end of the day, that is after the markets are closed, you get this information, right? Because this is a positional analysis. So let me show you some information on exits over here. Yeah, exit. Let me put query builder. Okay, so this is basically a sample, right? So this is basically for the exit. So what it means when there's an exit, now exit can be on both sides, right? If the stock is already in momentum and you get an exit, that means it is losing momentum, it is coming down. Other way, it can also be a condition where the stock is already losing momentum, right? And now it is starting to gain momentum. So that means it is no longer losing momentum, but the trend has changed. So it is an exit for the short positions, right? You can have exit for the buy positions. You can also have exit for the short positions. So now what it means is that Aegis came on 22nd November was a score -3. This was the CMP, this was the target. Anything which is in blue will get downgraded, anything which is in yellow will get upgraded, right? Because yellow is more close to green as in when it is moving, and blue is more close to red from our observations, right? So this is all exit. So if you see your stock, which is there in the portfolio or on the watch list or on the screener, and it has exit one, that means momentum is getting lost, right? So what it means is if I check Aegis Chem over here, hope it's visible. Yeah. So if you check weekly charts, so it was going down, 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 and suddenly it's starting moving up, right? So what it means is the CCI value was less than -100 and now it has crossed above -100, right? So that is why it is an exit. Similarly, you have a stock Asian Paints, right? So Asian Paints was a stock, let me show it to you over here. Yeah, Asian Paint, it is an exit, right? And it is in yellow. That means it was already in momentum on the bull side and now it is an exit. Aegis Chem was already in sell momentum and now it moved to a CCI hold period, right? That is on sideways action. So over here, weekly on the Asian Paints, so it is increasing, right? It went up and now it's moving down, right? So whenever your CCI 34 value, it crossed below 100. So it has a value 80.9, right? 80.95. So that means it is a exit for me. So this should be a point of exit, right? Then you have your exit strategy and entry strategies according to NimblrTA. But this is basically what the query builder will tell you that this is an exit strategy. So it's the exit will be much earlier. Your stop loss at this moment of time was at 15.15, right? And the current price is 1682, right? The stop loss is always based on the higher time frame, the indecision candle low, right? Less 0.382. So that is the higher time frame low value on the indecision candle and it's subtracted by 0.382 that will give you the stop loss. So that is the condition. So this condition is giving you 1515. So if you exit not now on the exit criteria, you will exit on 1515. So you're losing more than 100 points over here, right? 160 points, approximately 160, 70 points are lost over here in case you exit based on the stop loss. But if you are exiting based on the exit condition, so you are making an early exit and in case the stock gains momentum, you are going to enter this stock. So this is basically what the query builder tells you, right? And uh, there are a lot of examples which are posted daily, day in, day out. So you can go through them and there are stocks which have done exceptionally well. So just to track them, so we have another screener. This we talked about on the different video, right? So just to remind you again, in case you forgot. So this is okay, yeah. So this is basically your performance sheet, right? So this means that your stock Bata India was first time it was triggered at 745 on 2018 4th of April, right? And after then, that is since then, it has hit the screener 51 times, right? So today the price for this is altogether somewhere in 1600. So this is what it indicates, your comparison, right? So Nestle India 7841 and today it is more than 10,000, right? Similarly, all these scores are available to you, all those information is available to you, and usage of Query Builder is quite simple. Basically, once you start using it, it's very simple. What you need to do is just to log in and then start using the default filters, create your own filters and create conditions. Those filters will be available to you for your usage, right? So you can always opt for a plan of your choice and take a free trial as well. So taking a free trial is again very simple. Just log in with your details and click on activate membership on the free trial section over here. It will be available once you log in. So that is how it can be done, right? So that's all for me on the query builder. In case you have any queries, then just let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you.